with Bill Morty's classic promotions, steps into feudal landmark and history in presenting the Central Line Magna Crete Big Fight, scheduled for 12 3-minute rounds for the Junior Middleweight Championship of the Commonwealth between, from the red corner, scaling 68.8 kilograms, from Kulnura, New South Wales, Australia, wearing pink trunks with black and pink markings, as an amateur, was twice Oceania champion, New South Wales and Australian title holder, represented this country internationally. As a professional, has been successful in 7 of 8 contests, 4 inside the distance. Tonight is challenging for his highest honours, vibrant aficionado of exhilarating talents, Troy Waters. And his opponent, occupying the blue corner, scaling 69.4 kilograms, hailing from Birmingham, England, wearing red trunks with gold band and pipings, former junior English amateur welterweight title holder, successful in 80 of 100 bouts in that sphere. Professionally, he has won 20 of 23 contests, twice stopping his opposition, defending his crown, won in the early part of this year, in the month of March, treasuring coronets of triumph, Lloyd Hibbert. Expressing collective wisdom of experience is referee Malcolm Bullner. Ringside judges Cliff Heaver, Johnny Wheeler, Brian Membry. Representing the Commonwealth Boxing Championships Committee from Melbourne, Victoria, Peter Burchill. Ringside physician, Dr. Lou Lewis. Timekeeper, Damien Membry.
Well, there we have it. The two fighters now for the Commonwealth title will get their instructions from Malcolm Bullner. I don't know whether we can hear Malcolm.
I don't either.
His mic's working.
But I was going to say that there was a big stare down from Troy only. Hibbert wasn't looking at him during the national anthems at all. He wasn't even glancing at Troy. He's not looking at Troy now. So Troy is doing the staring down.
Well, you've been here a few days, Harks. Hibbert has been rather elusive, I believe.
He has been. There's been some trouble with his, only minor though, I must say, Peter, with his left hand. That I finally managed to get into his into one of his training sessions 2 days ago, and there was no problem with his left hand. That he worked out in the bag well, but he's a quiet guy. All he'll say is he'll do his talking in the ring, and now he's here, so I guess it's time to talk.
One thing that I do wonder about, this guy has a lot of experience compared to Troy with only 8 fights, but we saw Guy with only a few fights overcome Taylor, and Dean has only got a few fights also, 5 or 6. So they got to overcome an experience gap here to some extent.
By the same token, though, when Troy Waters took on Dwayne Lockman, a 2-time Golden Gloves champion, and a man, as you said, had won 10 fights out of 11 by KO. Troy, by the 7th round, had Lockman in all sorts of trouble, and the fight was stopped. He's a classy fighter, and let's hope he shows that for Australia tonight.
Well, you remember that fight, of course, as the folks that watched it remember the bombs that Dwayne was throwing, like that, big, heavy bombs to the body. But Troy kept his cool and came back. Let's hope he can do the same thing tonight. I don't think this guy is going to be easy.
shaped up that way so far. Good left lead from Waters. But Hibbert has been on the attack for most of the minute and a quarter gone in the round.
Yes, he has been. He's not a huge puncher, Hibbert. But he's also
beautiful left lead.
Troy got a right hand in there that looked pretty good. Hibbert's doing very well in this opening round. Very well.
Covering up well, though, is Troy Waters.
We saw a guy start slowly against Tommy Taylor, but come out on top. Left lead's a good punch of Waters. Seems he's stopping trade for all the Waters boys, that one.
You're the king, Troy. You're the king. You've got him going.
Encouragement from his father.
He's got to watch that. He walks away pretty lackadaisically there. I think he could get caught doing that. You got to keep your mind on your business. We'll talk about Hibbert there.
Oh, good left hand from Troy Waters. Jabs it out again.
Yes, all the Waters boys, Hark, seem to have good left jabs, don't they?
They do, yes. Yeah, it's a trait, and they all seem to have good defences too. We've seen
all very good defences.
20 seconds to go in the round.
Hibbert's on top this round, and although we saw Taylor was on top in that first round when he fought Troy's brother Guy.
Box on, says Malcolm Bullner. They won't be doing too much because the bell just about to go. And in fact, there it is for the end of round one. Entertainment Centre in Hobart. You're watching the Commonwealth light middleweight title between Lloyd Hibbert and Troy Waters. Gentlemen, how did you see the first stanza?
Well, I had to give the first stanza to the champion Hibbert. I think he just did enough, landed enough scoring punches to like that. Of course, Troy came back with good left jab there, but Hibbert to the body as he did there, a good fighter.
It was a tight round, though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was close, but still I just gave it 1 point to Hibbert. A little bit extra grease on his face. Malcolm Bull to have him wipe it off.
Second of 12.
Now we'll see whether Troy was just, well, he was feeling the guy out. We'll see what Troy can do in this round, because he laid back a little bit in that round, I feel. Let the guy take charge a bit.
And this fight, of course, means everything to Troy Waters. He's looking at a stepping stone towards a possible world title early next year, a world title shot. And as we saw when he fought Dwayne Lockman, he's got that habit of sticking the elbow up, Gus. He's got that habit
they didn't seem to learn from that, did they?
Well, I actually mentioned it to them later, and they say it's a planned thing with them. They think that a loose body punch might catch the elbow either on the forearm or the glove and cause some damage. I don't say I agree with that, but that's why he does it, which I thought I'd point out. You'll see later on, people at home, that he does lift that elbow in defence.
Well, Ken Norton used to do that too, didn't he?
Yeah, but Ken had a crab sort of defense, almost like Archie Moore type defense. So he crossed both arms over the face. But this guy is only lifting the elbow, allowing tremendous room in those short ribs. Is dangerous.
But you did hit it on the button, Peter, because that's where they got the tactic from, Ken Norton. Working to the body, Troy Waters is Hibbert is over his head.
Nice punches.
Yes, one of them got through, then he attacks the body. Hibbert boxing well, boxing sensibly.
Of course, there is 12 rounds to go, isn't there?
Clash of heads there, not a major one, no damage done.
Oh, the left hand scored.
Waters doing a little bit better in this round.
Yes, he's busier, Peter, isn't he?
Can't let Hibbert dictate the terms.
I think, though, we were counting punches. I think we find that Hibbert would be slightly ahead on the punch landing rate.
Oh, that one snuck through there, Gus.
Yeah, well, that's good for Troy.
And the crowd like it. He tries the big uppercut, misses.
See, he's working in there. He's doing something. That's got to count for something. The other guy's trying to hang on.
A little bit of experience there.
But he's getting hit.
Down goes Hibbert. His nose. 20 seconds to go in the round. Malcolm Bullner says, "Are you okay?" He nods. Box on is the call.
It'll be interesting to see that left hook on replay. It was a beautiful left hook. Caught him right on the chin.
A little bit careless there from Troy. Obviously trying to put him away, but he can't. The bell's imminent. But a good round. Waters will win it. And there goes the bell to the end of a very eventful round 2. Sensation in the second round with the defending champion Lloyd Hibbert knocked to the canvas by Troy Waters in round 2. Gentlemen, here it is.
A flashing left hook, and here it comes. And that caught him completely off balance and knocked him to the deck. When he's tried to get back up, he took a little bit extra rest on one knee. His manager, Nobby Nobbs, was keen to get him straight back to his feet, but he took the standing 8 count. Well, not the standing 8 count, he took the 8 count, of course, and Troy lost his head a little bit trying to finish him off straight away. But let's hope that in this round he can continue on that way, because it's certainly a 10-8 round as a result of a knockdown, Gus.
Most certainly a 10-8 round, and Troy would like a decisive, dramatic win, because he's got 16th rating in the WBC. He wants to pull himself up a little in the WBC, and a Commonwealth Championship won by a knockout could do a lot of good for him. Another left hook would do a lot of damage to the other guy, too, I think. But he's got to think. Boxing is a thinking game. He's got to watch his chance, take his chance, keep his mind on his job all the time.
Good. Oh, the left hook again scores solidly.
Well, that's shaping up as a good punch, and Hibbert will have to be careful. And we saw Guy Waters put in a good thinking performance against Tommy Taylor. He came back well after losing the first round, and so far it's a repeat here with Troy.
Do you notice a look in the eyes of Lloyd Hibbert too? The eyes look different now than what they did at the start of the fight.
I'm not surprised.
Oh. That's what Troy Waters has to look out for, the counter punching, but he's certainly working away.
Hibbert on the back move, gets back into the blue corner. Good left hand again from Waters.
Hibbert's come back fairly nicely, though, in this round. Although I thought he was lacking a little zip in that right hand at the start of this round, but he's putting a bit more in the right hand. He's loading it up a bit. Good hook.
Great left hand. And then, another great left hand. And that shook him.
That had some shoulder behind it, didn't it?
It certainly did. That's the kind of left jab that can put you down.
And there's a call to finish him off from the corner. I don't think he's that close, because Hibbert is certainly still fighting well. But the call also, if you remember, Incho Beck. Incho Beck is the man that beat Troy Waters, the only man to beat him. And a lot of people say that Waters won that fight. And here he goes again. And Hibbert is in trouble.
Fights back well, but he's not landing. Again, the defensive technique that Seth Waters has instilled into his boys is coming to the fore, isn't it?
Less than half a minute to go in the third.
Nice punch. Troy Waters banging him with some pretty pinpoint shots there.
Yeah, he's not wasting his punches. They're going to their mark. Again, the left, and the eyes of Lloyd Hibbert are taking on a complexion of, gee, I wish I was out playing blackjack.
Beautiful jabs. And again, you notice that Hibbert's punches sometimes don't have anything in them, you know?
Bell for the end of round 3. You're watching the Commonwealth light middleweight title from the Wrest Point Entertainment Centre. 3 rounds gone. Lloyd Hibbert and Troy Waters. Gentlemen, how did you see the third?
Well, it had to be Troy by a point once again.
And here's why. That big left hand that really rocked Lloyd Hibbert. His knees were shaky again. He was close to going down again, Gus. Yes, it wasn't going to be a knockout punch, but certainly was close to a knockdown punch.
That's right. Here we go into round number 4.
So on your scorecard, Gus, you have Troy 1 point ahead. Would that be right?
2 points. 29 to 27.
With the 2-pointer in the second round because of the knockdown.
That's right.
And I think we should mention, too, that Gus has been busy in boxing lately. You've just got back from Jakarta and a world title up there, Gus.
Yes, I did a world flyweight title between the Korean champion and the Indonesian challenger. Got back Wednesday. But I will say one thing. The feeling in this crowd is like it was at a world championship, really and truly.
Well, people like to come and see and know that something's on the line. It's the same as this. Oh, a great right hand and the left. And Lloyd Hibbert is in a spot of bother.
He gasped for air then.
Yes, we're seeing a guy that's got a lot on the ball. Young Troy Waters. He's got a lot of skill, a lot of class. He thinks, he punches well, he takes the punch well, and maybe he will...
left hook again. That's 3 beauties he's landed so far.
Yeah, he came under the jab of Lloyd Hibbert and scored with the left hook.
Hibbert's strong though. He can come back.
There's a call to finish him, and Hibbert goes down.
He's down for the second time.
An uppercut started, a right uppercut. Beautiful punch. And his manager, Nobby Knobs, is saying, hands up, Hibbert.
Box on, says Malcolm Bullner. He's got a minute and a half to go in round number 4.
And the question is, can he last a minute and a half? It looks not, with a big right hand for Troy.
Down again. It'll be over.
Will he get up again?
He's up at 6. Malcolm Bullner asking the question. He's looking to the corner.
And Nobby Knobs calling for him to tie him up. Knob knows he's in trouble. He's got to survive this round.
One more knockdown. That's it. That's over. 3 knockdowns.
Roy Waters has gone. Has won it. The new Commonwealth junior middleweight champion. Troy Waters, and a standing ovation from this packed house at the Wrest Point Entertainment Centre.
That was a tremendous result. Troy Waters doing the job. 3 knockdowns. He was all over him. He knew what he had to do, and he did it, Peter. A good champion, a good junior middleweight champion of the Commonwealth, and a guy that's going to be hard to toss.
Well, he lost the first round like his brother in the opening contest tonight, but Gus, he seemed to learn something from that, and he came back very strongly, didn't he?
They're all thinkers. Seth Waters got his boys thinking all the time, which is the mark of it.